Hey everybody, how is everybody? I hope you're all doing well today, especially in the UK this evening. In the States of America, it's early evening. For the West Coast of America, it's early afternoon. And for Australians, it's early morning. So there we go. I've covered all bases with regards to places around the world. I hope you're all doing good. Great. Fantastic. Amazing. And if you're not, I'm sorry, and I hope that I can help you to relax a little bit and basically chill. This video is going to be about autism and everyday questions. These are just some questions that I've experienced myself, and as well as the autistic community have recently experienced on a daily basis. Hey Yankee Carl, how are you? I hope you're well. It's good to see you. So, what questions have I got, guys? What questions do you think I've got on these two bits of paper here? Hey, Bobby. I hope you're well. How are you doing? I hope everyone is doing well. So the first question that I've got for you is the question, how are you? But I'll wait for some more people to get in here first. I'm glad that you're good, Bobby. How are you doing? I hope you've had a great day, or afternoon, or morning, or evening, or where you are in the world. I don't know. Tinky Winky. Hey. So how are you doing, guys? I hope you're all doing well. Question number 1 is, how are you? So this question is basically a question I get asked all the time, and it's a 2-part question. Hey Jim, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. This is a 2-part question for me, because when you're autistic and you get asked a lot of questions, the question how are you, there's a 2-part process. There's the physical how am I on the outside, then there's the mental how am I up here. And so I have to process the physical how am I with the mental side of how am I. So I have to learn to answer it with either a physical how am I answer or with the mental how am I answer. So I have to try and weigh it up with regards to that question. Cool, Bobby, you're in Texas. That's good. Number 2, what do you think about the weather? Oh, this question irritates me, because by the end of the day, the weather's not really relevant, and a lot of people use that as a way to deflect talking to me, or they'll use it as a way to switch topics, or they'll be like, oh, so Gemma, how's the weather? Like they'll try and deflect the conversation with me. So hey Keaton, how you doing, my friend? I just drank my drink. Wasn't grabbing drink, but oh well. Yeah. So the next question I want to address here as well, which I'll wait to some more people, but the next question is, like, when you look away, are you lying? Are you being shifty? No. When I look away, it's because I have to mentally process what's happening to me. I have to think about what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, how I'm coming across, if I'm making sense, if I'm giving myself enough time to talk, if I'm pacing myself the right way, if I'm using the right tone, if I'm giving people enough eye contact with it. And this was something that I discussed with my friend Josh earlier. I don't know if he's able to be here in the chat, but yeah, me and him basically discussed this in quite some depth. And yeah. Hey Nabal, how are you? Question 4. What's wrong with you? This question comes from a lack of understanding. It comes from a lack of knowing what autism is or the right way to communicate with me. So when someone says to you, or an autistic person, oh, what's wrong with you? It's done in a patronizing way. It's done in a way of, oh, why do you have to fidget so much? Why can't you give eye contact? What's wrong with you? Like, why won't you look at me? Why won't you listen to me? And it's like, good God, people, like, really? So that is said out of ignorance. It's said out of fear. It's said out of the person not really understanding who the person is that they're communicating with. So again, that's kind of why I've said that. The next one relates to this. It kind of leads on from the last question. Are you sure you have autism? Are you sure you're autistic? Oh my God. This question really winds me up because, again, it's that I have two grandsons with autism and one of them never looks me in the face. Exactly, this is the thing. Like, people say to me, oh, are you sure you're autistic? And this comes out again out of misunderstanding. It comes out of fear. It comes out of the stereotype. Oh, well, are you sure you're autistic? You function so well, Gemma. You're so functional and you're so polite, and you're able to do talk, you're able to do meetings, you're able to train people. You never look like you're oversensitized, or you never look anxious, or you never look upset. And I mask heavily. I mask every single day. Like, I do. I mask how my feelings are. Like, if I have a headache right now and I have a bit of toothache, but I'm masking it. But, it is what it is. Like, people always say to me, oh, are you sure you're autistic because you're female? Are you sure you've got the right diagnosis? Are you sure that you know what you're talking about? Well, duh. Yeah, of course I know what I'm talking about because I'm autistic. I've been diagnosed. I'll show my medical reports on here. I'll show my medical statements on here. I've lived with autism now for 10 years since I've been diagnosed. I've been living my own 8 years. So, it's a case of I live this every day. It's the same routine, the same structure. In, out, in, out, in, out, all the time. It's the same thing. My autism isn't going to go away till death do me part. So I have to learn to adapt to a world that doesn't want me and a world that doesn't understand me. So, it is harder for most people with autism, like myself, because again, it's that change. It's the not being accepted, it's being judged, it's being criticized, it's something that I get, criticized for and attacked for, because people are like, oh, you can't be autistic because you're too functional, or you speak too well, or you're able to maintain a fluent conversation. Yes, I'm able to maintain a simple conversation, but at the same time I'm not, because I struggle with my words, I struggle with my language, I struggle with how I come across and everything like that. So the next question that I want to talk about here is does it mean that you don't understand irony, sarcasm, or jokes? Oh, this annoys me because, again, this is something that is stereotypical. This is something that a lot of the press, the media, and people say, oh, because you're autistic, you don't get empathy, that you don't get sarcasm or jokes, you're boring. And it's like, well, actually, no, I'm not, because just because I struggle to understand your jokes, your sarcasm, doesn't mean I don't get it. It just means that I have to process a lot more in my brain to figure out what's happening. Once I click into what's happening and I click into the joke and the sarcasm, the irony, I'm able to catch up. And once I'm able to catch up, then I'm like, oh, okay. So that's what it means. So like I catch up a few seconds later because my brain is 6 seconds behind the neurotypical brain, which means that my brain takes a little bit more longer to catch up with what's being said in order to communicate. Do you understand facial expressions, or are you interested in facial expressions? Yes, no, in that aspect, because again, it's faces, it's people, it's emotions, it's feelings, it's trying to read a face, trying to read a person, it's trying to connect that person one on one and understanding how they might be feeling. what they might be going through, because I don't know. Each facial expression to each autistic person is different, and it can come across a certain way, like I don't care, or it can come across a certain way that I just don't want to pay attention, but it's not true. I just struggle to read the facial expression. I struggle to read your intention. I struggle to read what you're actually trying to say to me. So a lot of people will say one thing to me and then they mean completely something else. So, it's kind of harder for me because I have to learn to process it. Do I struggle with relationships? Is the next question. Yes, I do struggle with relationships because it's a two-way process. It's a new process of meeting somebody. It's having to understand them. It's having to take the time to know them. It's having to understand that I'm different, if you want to put it that way. Um, Hold on, I'm just messaging a friend back. Here you go. But yeah, I want to talk about relationships. So relationships are something that I struggle with. It's something that I have to learn to process. It's a two-way friendship process. So I have to learn to build that relationship up with someone and know the personal boundaries, make sure that I don't cross that personal boundary, and try and understand the person for who they are, what they do. Because people, again, it's the online communication. I'm behind the computer, they're behind the computer, so it makes it more easier for me to physically and mentally communicate with that person. And then I'm able to build up that friendship over time because we talk about things behind the scenes, or we talk on and off YouTube. So it might be Instagram and email, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever communication forms that you guys have. That I talk to a lot of you guys via email. I talk to a lot of you guys on Twitter. I talk to a few of you on Facebook that I'm connected with. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this topic because I felt it was something that was important to raise the profile of. I thought it was good to explain how autism is from my own perspective. So there we go. Keaton says, tomorrow at USA, I'm going to ice cream social at my school with my boyfriend. Nice, Keaton. I'm glad that you're going to be having a nice time tomorrow. Annie! Babes in Toyland, how are you? How are you, dear Annie? It's so good to see you. I hope all is well, my friend. But yeah, next one is how often do I experience sensory overload? So sensory overload for me happens probably on a monthly basis, probably. It used to happen on a weekly basis, but I've learned coping strategies, so I'm able to control my emotions. I'm okay, Annie. I'm okay. I'm trying to explain these questions, the everyday questions that I'm asked by people, and I'm talking about sensory overload right now. So again, sensory overload is about my emotions. It's about how I self-control myself. It's about how I communicate with people. It's about how I see the world and such. So, I'm able to talk to people. Rita! Big hugs, Rita! Much love, much love, much love. How you doing, Rita? I'm so happy to see you. And Rita, I'm just going through these questions for anyone that's missed them. I'll go through these questions from the top. So we've been talking about autism and the everyday questions that I experience. So yeah, so question one was how are you? So how are you has a two-way process. So for me, it's not just the physical how am I, it's the mental how am I up here, and how I have to process that answer. Number two was what do you think about the weather? Oh, that question drives me nuts because it's a way of self-deflection, it's a way of changing the topic, it's a way of avoiding me, it's a way of going, oh, so Gemma, what, it's kind of a way to end the conversation. Number 3 was, why can't you look at me? Are you lying? So this is about the eye contact issue. This is about, why can't you look at me? Why won't you look at me? Why don't you look at the screen you do, like your videos and your live streams? So again, it's about the sensory perception. It's about the fact that every time I have to stare at this screen, I feel like I'm staring at you, and I'm feeling like I'm having to constantly try and, lean into you and show you that I am actually interested. Hello, crazy kids vlogs. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. The next question was, what's wrong with you? So when someone says to me, oh, what's wrong with you? It's said out of fear. It's said out of stereotype. It's said out of people being scared because they don't understand what autism is, or the best way how to communicate with me. They just think, oh, autism's autism, like we know about it. No, you don't. When people say to me, oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you so awkward or whatever? It's because they don't understand what it's like for me to go through my autism. They don't understand what it's like for me to make eye contact. They don't understand what it's like for me to have to sit here and try to explain everything for you and put it in a way that I know is going to be easy for you guys to understand, and for you guys to get what it's like for me to try and give you the most in-depth, genuine answers and everything like that. Are you sure you're autistic? This question again comes out of lack of knowledge and ignorance. When people when people say to me, oh, are you sure you're autistic? Oh, that drives me nuts, because a lot of people will still say to me, oh, are you sure you're autistic, Gemma? Because you function so well and you're so polite and you're so chatty and you don't seem bothered by anything. And I'm like, well, you clearly don't see what it's like for me to process everything. You clearly don't see how I have to prep everything and organize everything and script everything. Like, for goodness sake, like, I've scripted this video. Like, I've literally written out all my questions so that you can see how much I have to script things. Like, literally, these 2 pages, this took me 3 hours. Like, I've literally scripted all this today, so that you guys had some really good content. Next question. Does this mean you don't understand irony or sarcasm? So basically, that means, do I understand jokes, sarcasm, humor, etc.? Yes, I do in some degree, but no, I don't in others, because when you're telling me a joke, I'm getting to know you, or I'm in an environment where there is sarcasm, a lot of people won't tell me what they mean. And then they'll also know, oh, Gemma, it was sarcasm, lighten up. Oh, Gemma, it was a joke, chill, relax. And I'm like, well, how am I meant to know that unless you tell me? Because how am I meant to guess that? Thank you, Rita. I appreciate that. But yeah, you guys don't understand what it's like for me when someone says to me, "Hey, House is Lost Tribe, how you doing? Thanks for popping in to see me. I appreciate it. I'm doing okay, thank you. How are you?" But yeah, we're talking about irony and sarcasm. So for me, when someone says to me, "Oh, Gemma, just chill out, just relax, everything's good, take a bit of a joke," and it was sarcasm. Like, I'm like, well, how am I meant to know that? Because I struggle to understand sarcasm. I struggle to understand jokes and humor and everything like that. So to me, I'm just like, just be straight with me. Tell me what you mean, explain it, and then we can move on. Because if we don't, then I'm sitting here going, "Hey, Genghis, how you doing, Genghis? Why are you not a mod?" It's probably because I removed a lot of moderator wrenches. There you go, Genghis. You've got your mod wrench back now. I don't know what happened there, but I think it's because I removed a lot of moderators recently. Question number 8. Do I struggle with relationships? Yes. Pure and simple answer to that one is yes, I struggle with relationships because it's a two-way process. It's how my brain is wired and how I have to process things. Hey, PPR, how you doing, professional paranormal research? I hope you're doing well. When I'm in a relationship with somebody, it's really hard because when you're having to communicate with someone else and you're having to sorry, when you're having to learn to turn take with someone, Genghis, Thank you so much for the donation. Much love, Genghis. Thank you, God. Thank you, Genghis. Can one of my moderators drop Genghis's channel link into my chat, please? Because I can't do it right now because I'm live streaming. But if someone could drop Genghis's link into my live stream, I would really, really appreciate that. Thank you, Genghis. Much love and respect, dude. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the donation. Everything that I get for the channel goes straight back into the community. So, like, I don't care, Genghis. You deserve to have your channel dropped. Don't argue with me. But yeah, number 9. Do I get sensory overload or do I experience it? Yes, I do. Sensory overload is really hard for me because when you're going through a situation where you're burnt out, you're wiped out, you feel depressed, you feel anxious, you feel not sure what you're doing. Thank you, Annie and Rita. I appreciate that. And when you're trying to find out how you feel and why, and you're going through all these senses like panic, anxiety, you feel on edge, you feel lonely, you feel in the dark, you feel lost, you feel isolated. You're having to try your best to overcome that, and you're having to try your best to basically fix it and make it better so that you don't struggle so much with it. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been kind of trying to do the last few days. Been trying to sort of deal with stuff that's been thrown at me, and been trying to overcome certain situations. And being autistic is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like when you're on the autistic spectrum and you've got all your senses being affected, you've got all the heightened triggers, you've got sensory issues with touch, taste, sight, smell, sound. So all 5 of your senses already heightened. Hey, Florna, good to see you. How are you, sweetheart? I hope all is well with you and your family. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. So when you're on a heightened scale already and you're really trying your best to overcome a lot of situations and you're trying your best to overcome stimulation and stuff like that. Thank you, Florence, for sharing me out. Just call me Annie. Everyone else does now. Yeah. Babes in Toyland is Annie. She's a really, really delightful lady. So if you want to call her Annie, that's totally fine. She's used to it. So the next question that I'm going to talk about in this video live stream is, why do autistic people need a routine? So this is a 2-part question again. When you are autistic and you're on the spectrum, and our routine is vital, because when you're in a routine, you feel safe. It lowers anxiety, it lowers the stress rate, it lowers the depression rate, it lowers the overstimulation rate. So that routine keeps us on a low ground. It's like, so if we don't have that routine, it starts building up and 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 building up. And all of a sudden it's like you get a trigger, you get a trigger, you get a trigger, you get a trigger, and then smack bang, all of a sudden your routine's gone because you've lost the way how to do it, and your routine's now become unstable. When it becomes unstable, you pretty much become lost, because it's like, well, what am I meant to do? Because when you are in that sensory overload moment, you don't know your emotions, you don't have the self-control, you don't know how to read your emotions, you're up and down with thoughts and feelings of God knows what's happening, and you have to learn to balance that feeling. Yep, thank you, Rita, for promoting your channel. I appreciate that, and Florna's channel as well. But yeah, so routines are essential. It's for not just our anxiety, but it's for our self-soothing behaviors, it's for our stimulation method, it's for our coping method. And overload causes me migraines, a form of macro seizures. Oh, House of Lost Tribe, that's awful. I'm sorry, and I'm going to make you a mod because you seem like a really nice person, so I'm going to make you a moderator. There we go. I can't handle anxiety very well. I feel like throwing things sometimes. It's not good. Yeah, Annie, I get like that. I literally get panicky. I feel really like hot and sweaty. I start feeling tight chested. I feel like my body's just going to shut down on me. I'm like, I just feel like I'm going to be sick. And how's your anxiety today? My anxiety is up and down from the hurricane and tornadoes. The hurricane missed us in South Florida, but we've had tornado warnings. I'm not too bad, Lorna. Thank you for my anxiety. I'm sorry about the people in Florida who are being hit by Hurricane Ian, I believe it's called. I hope you're all staying safe and getting the essentials that you need, and trying your best to keep safe in the stormy weather. I hope the guys who are in Florida who haven't been hit are staying safe with the tornado ones out there. I hope you're not going out unless you really, really have to essentially go out. I hope you guys are taking cover and staying safe. Let me know if anyone else is in the warpath of the hurricanes or tornadoes. I hope everyone in Florida is doing well. I know we feel so bad for them. We have our hurricane shutters closed. Oh, Florna, please take care, my friend. I hope that doesn't get too bad for you. I'm blessed that I managed to find love and stay my 26 years. Wow, House Lost Tribes, congratulations. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. I battle grand mal seizures every day. It's really tough. Oh, Rita, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, lovely. I didn't realise that you had seizures, my love. I'm sorry. That sucks quite badly. Yes, we are. We're not going out at all. That's good then. I'm blessed with 3 children. That's good, Rita. I'm glad that you're blessed with 3 children. Yeah, I hope that everyone's doing well today. And the last question that I wrote down is, does autism make you sick and can you get better from it? This question I really don't like because it's technically not a right or accurate question. When they say to me, oh, can you get better from autism? That implies that autism makes me sick, and it doesn't. Autism doesn't make anyone sick. Anyone who has autism will tell you that. Autism doesn't make you ill. Autism makes you neurodiversely different. Autism is a neurodiverse way of seeing the world. It's a way of processing the world in a different way. It just means that I'm more heightened than anyone else. Yeah, absolutely, Annie. Autists need love too. Sadly, only 8 succeed long term. Together, perhaps we can improve on those numbers. Absolutely, House of Lost Tribe. I've been diagnosed 8 years, and I'm still here. I'm not planning on going anywhere. So, yeah, Rita, this is the problem. A lot of people are still scared of autism. They hear the word autism or spectrum or autist or auti or Aspie or any of the shortened names for autism, and they're like, why would you say that? Why would you call it that? Like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, well, nothing's wrong with me. The thing is, these questions are every day. These questions are the standard ones that I get in my comment section. Like, the main ones are about, like, my eye contact and why I script all the time. I script all the time because of my anxiety. If I don't script my questions or if I don't script my topic, then I tend to waffle a little bit and I tend to get on a tangent with something else. But if I have my script, that helps me to stay on topic with it. If you know what I'm saying, like, it helps me to be on point with it, and it makes sure that I don't go off the topic and ruin my stream. So that's why I script a lot, because again, it gives me something to look at, to focus on, and it gives me a purpose to be on YouTube. That's why I write everything down on bits of paper like this, so that I have a guide of what I'm saying. And again, it keeps my anxiety low, it keeps my depression low, it keeps my sensory overloads lowered, and I just find a way to keep myself calm. So people are afraid of seizures too. When I fell, the man working in the store didn't want to help me. Shake my head. Yeah, Lorna, it's very similar for me too, because when people see you like having a meltdown, or they see you acting a bit erratic or different, they're like, "What's wrong with that person? Why are they acting like fidgety? Why are they acting like they're a bit shifty? Why are they acting like they're trying to lie or whatever?" Like, they don't understand. What they don't understand, they get scared of. And when they get scared, they just walk away. So it's like, oh, they'll be all right. Leave them to it. Like, they know best. And, don't touch them and don't offer any help because you don't know if you're going to get hit or, abused and stuff like that. And it's like, well, hold on a minute. How about you ask me? How about you come up to me and go, hey, how are you? Are you coping? Are you all right? Do you need help? Don't just sit there and think, oh, well, I know better than them. I'll grab hold of them, or I'll stroke her hair, or I'll try to grab her shoulder, or stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. If you're in that severe distress, you should call A&E. Absolutely. That's my worst position. Like, if I get that bad, I'll call A&E, but I don't really call the doctors or medics unless I really need to, because, again, they don't deal well with me. Autism is such a hidden condition that they don't really understand what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to achieve. They don't really understand my way of communication either. So for me, it's a lot harder, because when you go into A&E, hospital, your local physician's office, or your local doctor's office, or any kind of medical procedures, they don't really understand you. They just kind of talk to you like you're an idiot or a child, or they talk to you like you're stupid. Like when I last went into hospital, hey Josh, good to see you, brother. How are you and Anna? How is Mrs. Ram? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're keeping safe on the road. Joshua, I hope you're taking care on the roads, because I know the weather is not great in some parts of the States right now. So, yeah, but Josh is a really big inspiration for the stream. Coach J Ram, he is the one that actually me and him talked about this for hours today earlier. He literally was the one who helped me to calm down and think about this and rationalize it and help me get my words out, because I was kind of flipping from question to question to question to question to question. And Josh was the one to kind of bring me back and go, Gemma, okay, let's do this and let's do this and let's do this. And he kind of helps me to calm down. So, house loss trope on the spectrum doesn't matter in what form, be accepted via inclusivity. And Press Eisenhower called all his little Einsteins, or was it Roosevelt? I can't remember which. I don't know House of Lost Tribes, because I'm not American, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, that sounds pretty right to me. Thank you, Rita, for dropping Coach J Ram's channel link. Josh is amazing. He is a really, really sweet person. I've known Josh now for about 3-4 years on this platform. Really genuine guy. Talk to him all the time behind the scenes for long ass conversations. He's always there to promote me, support me. You know, he's had me on his panels and he's been on mine, and you know, he's just a really, really nice guy. Got married recently to his new wife Anna. Just absolutely adorable pair, the both of them. But yeah, they've been supporting my autism campaign for quite a long time, as well as many other people here in this chat and other people who aren't here right now, like Lunatic Dad and Weaves World, and a lot of other people who have been supporting me behind the scenes. My friend Tipsy Gypsy has been supporting me, and amongst other people who support me. So yeah, Josh is amazing, guys. Please go and sub up to him if you want to go and check out his content. He does do some trucking content and also nutrition content. He talks about how to do good food and stuff like that. So I'm from Lithuania, but I live in the States over a decade now. Oh wow! You're Lithuanian, Rita, in nationality, but also you're also American, because you've also got American. Oh, so you're from Canada, Annie. That's cool. I know a few East Coast Canadians. That's cool. Yeah, Josh and Anna always help me. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, Josh, what am I doing? Like, why do I feel like this? And he'll help me behind. He's like, Gemma, well, it's this. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, but Josh, this happened. This. And he's like, Gemma, you're fine. I'm like, yeah, I guess I am. And then he'll like give me strategies. Hey, All Puff, good to see you. How you doing? I appreciate you coming in. All Puff, I need to make you a moderator because you're a friend of Weaves. Let me add a mod wrench to your name. There we go. Hey, Amelia. Um let me add you as a mod wrench, Amelia, as well. There we go. I know you do, Josh, but some people may just watch you for the trucking stuff. Some people may just watch you for the food stuff. You don't know. But yeah, these are just some of the questions I want to talk about. And also, if you guys have any questions for me in the chat, let me know, because I'm always open to answer questions from you in the chat. I am very good at answering questions off the top of my head for a lot of the time. But yeah, let me know if you've got any questions for me. They're the kind of questions that I'd written out just as a rough guide to do this live stream with. So yeah. Oh, so I've got an itchy ear now. Oh, someone's talking about me. That's what people say in England. Once your ear itches, it means someone's talking about you. Gemma, my granddad was from Basingbourne, England, so I've got British blood in me too. Nice. Oh, I'm sorry, Allpuff, that you're not well. I'm sorry. You get a wrench in me because people who I trust and I've known for a long time get wrenches in my stream. So I wrench people who I've known for a long time. It's me. I'm talking about you. All. It's me. I'm talking about you. All good though. Josh, come on, be a bit more humble. Jesus Christ. Like, yeah. But guys, if you've got any questions for me, let me know in the chat. But yeah, I'm feeling quite good today. I've had quite a good day. I've done a lot of laundry. I've done a lot of video scripts. I've been watching one of my favourite true crime channels. Guys, if you don't know this guy here, I'm going to promote this book. I'll probably get in trouble for it. But his name is Michael Francis. He is a former New York mafia. And he released this book recently, which is called From the Godfather to God the Father. A really, really, really good guy. Yeah, this is from my late auntie. This rose here was from my late aunt June when she died. I got given it. So I always film with that in the background now because that is from my late aunt. So I like to show that off when I'm streaming and stuff. So, but guys, if you do like true crime and you like mafia stuff and you like mobster kind of stuff, check this guy's channel out. His name is Michael Francis. This is his new book, which I'm about to read in the next few days. And I'm going to start doing some book reviews. I've also got an autism book to review, which is called Bursting the Bubble, Football, Autism and Me, which is about a UK footballer here in the UK by John O'Kane, who played for Manchester United for over a decade. And this is his book. He is aware he is also a mod on my channel. He does have a YouTube account. And he is aware that I am going to be doing a review on his book. This is the book that I am going to be reviewing in the next little bit. So I do have 2 books. I'm going to be starting a book review playlist. So the next few books that you'll see will be these 2 books here. Hey, Drama Rewind. How you doing, Drama Rehab? Good to see you. Is that Jody? Is it Jody or is it Chris? Let me know which one of it is in Drama Rehab. Is that you, Chris? Or is it Jody? I don't know which one of it. Oh, hey, Chris. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, Chris. I wasn't sure if it was you or Jody who would have popped in. But good to see you, Drama Rehab. Drama Rehab, I've been friends with for a long time. He also is known as 802 Vids. It's his former channel. I've known Chris for, nearly the whole length of my channel, I think. Pretty much. So, yeah, guys, if you want to go check out Chris's channel, please go and show him some love, support. He does do a channel with a lady called Jody, which is their Drama Rehab channel. And they just are very nice people, very honest people, very, 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 very nice, awesome people, been to support me a long time. But like I said, if you do want some good books to read, especially this guy here, is Michael Francis. He is a former New York mafia, and he does motivational talks and books and stuff. So, you're welcome, Chris. And this is the John O'Kane Football Autism book, which I will be reviewing in the next few days once I finish reading it. As you can tell, I have nearly finished it now. I've got about a chapter left before I make my notes on it. And then I will be uploading that as a video at some point. But I want you guys to come and ask me some questions. Chris, you must have some questions for me. You're always asking people questions, Chris. So you must have some questions for me. Also, these are my scripts that I've done. My last 10, 11 videos are in here. So as you know, I script everything, and there is a minimum of a page per script. So I actually can show you all the scripts that I've done over time here. I script everything. Literally, all my topics are literally at least a page long, if not more. And this is literally all my own handwriting. I literally handwrite everything into my videos. Literally, you'll see nothing typed. Everything is handwritten, dated, filed. Look, literally, I put the date, time of when I did each video and live stream, so you know when to expect content. So I literally I just started reading a rare book from the 1800s hardback called What Would Jesus Do? Nice! You'll have to let me know how that goes, House's Lost Tribe. I'd love to. Yeah, Amelia, I literally file everything. So literally every single video so far that I've done, including today's Q&A, will be filed in here. I literally file every video in here. Literally everything is dated and filed and whatnot, because I like to keep a record of all the videos that I've done. I have a big bag at the back over here with over 2,000 video scripts. Yeah, all pub for me too. I have notepads upon notepads upon notepads. But I have a folder here with some videos in as well. So I actually have this folder here with videos in as well. So I literally file everything that you can imagine to do with YouTube stuff that I've done is literally filed. So my favorite music, Rita. Oh gosh, Avril Lavigne, Nickelback, Ed Sheeran, Ollie Murs, Oasis. Who else do I like? Oh wow. Oh gosh. Yeah, you caught me out there. My senior county clerk wants to borrow it when I'm finished reading it. She's known me since I was 4, and she's a wonderful person. Nice. Yeah, I like Avril too. 6 cents to me. I did just order her new shirt, which says "I love it when you hate me" with the 2 middle fingers sticking up. So I did just order that shirt, which should be here in the next 3 days. Once that get here, I will show you the hoodie plus the t-shirt plus the one that I wore yesterday as well, so you can see all the latest Avril merch that I brought. I'm trying to buy all her merch that she's got because I do like her music. I do like Nickelback's merch as well. I'm very much been supporting Avril since I was about 11 years old. So, yeah, who was that? Just leave me a comment. Who is that? Yeah, Rita, I try and yeah, Avril is Canadian. She's from Napanee, I think it is. It's pronounced as, but I'm aware she lives in the States now with her fiance Modsan, if I'm not correct. So if I'm correct, I mean. So yeah. Rita, I know you do play a lot of music on your channel as well. So obviously I'm there quite a lot watching your premieres and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, if you have any last minute questions, please hit that thumbs up and share this out if you haven't done already. If you've got no questions, I will wrap this stream up. I've been live 45 minutes nearly, so yeah, at some point I will get over to visiting the US and Canada when I get the chance. But guys, if you don't have no more questions, I will end the stream for now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What I want to say, really. If you don't have any questions, guys, I think I'm going to end it because I haven't eaten yet, and plus I need something to drink because I've literally just run out of juice in my bottle. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap this stream up, guys. But yeah, guys, leave me some questions down below, and I'll do a part 2 of this in the next couple of days, guys. Bye.